Sustainable design, no matter which side of the debate surrounding recycling, climate change, or being a good steward of our home, I believe is accepted by all. First, is sustainable design different than just good design? Yes and no would be my answer. You cannot add sustainable design to your repertoire unless you already have the basics of good design under your belt. So why is it some seem more successful or hit more pain points than others when new product designs are commercialized that are professed to be sustainable? I believe it's due to our company culture, thought process, and execution. A sustainable education, defining innovation, and applying design intent, I believe, are crucial points that must be addressed. These three main points will help you attain sustainable design concepts that include, but are not limited to, incorporating recycled material, designing for disassembly, recyclability, reuse or refill, material weight reductions, multi-functionalism, optimizing waste management, energy efficiency, transportation reductions are just some that are on the list. This brings to the forefront the question, how do we do the work? How do we go about the work? And the underlying purpose that are all necessary for a successful, sustainable design. One other slightly intangible aspect we need to be aware of as well is what is the intended consumer's relationship, not only with your potential design, but their relationship and perception of sustainability. Depending on the region your design will be released into, it can have an effect on the consumer's perception of the design, how it works, and their perception if your design is actually sustainable. Without education, a purpose, and palpable intent, luck will be the only thing we can hope for in the end. So how do we go about attaining as many of these points as possible? Sustainable education. Before we can even get into design aspects, it is necessary to discuss sustainable education that is required. Being well versed in how sustainability will affect incorporating recycled material, as I mentioned before, designing for disassembly, recyclability, reuse and refill, and so on. These are just some of the tools needed in your sustainable design tool belt. A sustainable education will make you well versed in the needs and requirements your clients or employer require from you before even starting a new design. Sustainability is not only determined by which material you choose, but a host of other criteria, local regulation, source of the material, etc. It is a habit of mine to look up the definition of the word or words to ensure myself of the direction. How many times have we thought we knew something and come to find out we misunderstood completely due to a single word or phrase? Here's Webster's definition of the word sustainability. Capable of being sustained, relating to or being a method of harvesting or using a resource so that the resource is not depleted or permanently damaged, relating to a lifestyle involving the use of sustainable methods. Sustainability seems like it would not be that hard to do, and you may wonder why we did not do it before. Where's the disconnect happening? Is it the information on recycling? Have you ever asked yourself, how much are we recycling and how much are we not? Without proper regulation, education, and adoption of sustainability will cause our efforts to stall and become less worthy. Company bottom lines will suffer, and we still bring harm to ourselves and the planet we call home. Change happens with transparency, education, and honesty.